everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we have another interesting video with a very interesting guest, and we're glad to see you back to our channel. But before we get into the video, we'd like to inform you guys that we now have a name for our talk show. For a very long time now we haven't had a name, but we looked through and found a very well fitting name, and our talk show is going to be called Indabatalkshow. And we're going to have different episodes, amazing series and seasons with different people, and we'll be talking about different educative topics, and we really hope you enjoy it. Before we get into the video, if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned with our amazing content. So back to today's video. We're going to be talking about improving mental health and dealing with depression, and our guest here is going to highly educate us on the topic. So, may you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about yourself.
First of all, I like the introduction.
Thank
You
you.
really rock. That's cool, Indaba. Anyway, introducing myself.
Yes.
Okay, I'm Nedu Ndefo. Currently, I'm a medical doctor, and I work at the university, Google State Social Pedagogical University. I work as a public relation officer for the international corporation of the university. So that's basically it.
Wow, that's very interesting. Would you like to tell us where you come from? What country you come from?
Let's see. I don't know if they could take a guess from my name, but anyway, it's called the Giant of Africa.
Oh, wow! Here we go again. Okay, which one is the giant of Africa, sir? I don't know.
Is it Egypt?
It could be Kenya.
Kenya? No, that's
Maybe in
not
South
Kenya.
Africa.
South Africa, Giant of Africa.
South Africa is amazing. They have amazing people. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm from Nigeria.
Oh, that's the giant.
Yeah, Giant of Africa.
Did you know that was the giant of Africa?
Hey, if you have to argue with you.
Let's not get into that. Okay, so being Nigerian, how were you able to start working here?
Okay, I would say, this show, can I say anything about this conversation? I would say it's not something I didn't plan it. Okay, I would say there's also the broadcaster involved, and after when I graduated in 2020 in medical school, so of course, we all know what happened during the 2020 coronavirus, COVID, and the restriction. And my plan was to go back to either my country or to travel to a different country. My bags were packed, but we are kind of waiting to evacuate it. Nothing wasn't happening. So on the second, okay, let's see what happens. Since I couldn't leave the country, maybe I should stay back. I'm looking at my passport. So let me just extend it. Going to the university, so let me just have a master's program. So as I was there, we spoke with the head of the international students at the competition, and said, okay, she looked at my certificate and saw my resume. Okay, you know what? I think we need somebody like you that will be working with the international program. Students, would you like to pick up it? I said, why not? And that's the rest is history.
So COVID did it. You say COVID did it. At least COVID did some people did.
You can go through that.
Okay, so we can get right into the video, right? Okay, so in your own words, how could you best describe mental health?
Okay, mental health, I'm going to just put it in a very so that everybody will understand. Have you been angry before?
Yes.
We've all been angry. And there are situations, there are some times when we get angry, we get agitated, we get anxious, okay? But what makes you normal as a human being is after going through all that, you still come back to normal. Right now we're having an intellectual conversation. You are not angry, you're not being anxious, you're normal. Okay, we can have intellectual conversation. You understand me, I understand you. Now it means that from what I'm seeing, you will have good mental health. Now, people who don't have good mental health, what happens is that they find it difficult to return back to normal. Okay, so mental health has to do with that branch of health. It has to do with the social. It has to do with the emotional and the psychological well-being of an individual. It is the way we act, the way we feel, and the way we think. So having a conversation with you, it's intellectual. It's something that could be updated. It's something that could be evaluated. And you understand me, I know what you're talking about. You're making reasonable, articulating conversations. Yes, I can. Everybody looking at you, everybody listening to our conversation would say that this is something intellectual. It means that we are sound.
Yeah, that's true. I love that answer. It's an all-rounding answer. And how do you describe depression?
Okay, depression actually it's a form of it all belongs to a category of a mental health called a mood disorder. Okay, one thing about this mental health is that it's quite unfortunate that in most of the developing countries where we come from, a lot of emphasis hasn't been paid in trying to develop the studies of mental health and depression and some of these things. We see it as spiritual problems, we see it as witchcraft and some, all those vices. Actually, depression has to do with, it's a feeling of dissatisfaction, consistent or recurrent feeling of dissatisfaction, loss of interest, hopelessness in life. You feel that everything is hopeless. You feel that you don't have motivation, you don't have enthusiasm, you don't have the ability to walk, you don't have the ability to do things, you don't have the ability to do any activity. You feel that the world is coming to an end. Whatever it is that kept you in that situation is not going to change, and you feel that you are already caged into that, and there is no escape route for you. The thing is this: most people, let's not conflict it. There is feeling depressed and being in depression. These are two different things. A normal human being can feel depressed.
Maybe it's a normal thing.
It's a normal thing to feel depressed. For example, if a student fails an exam, it's normal for that student to feel depressed.
But like when you rewrite the exam and pass, you get over it.
Yeah, okay.
Everything
Okay.
is fine.
Now, being in depression, that's where the problem is. Like you're being in depression. That's what, if care is not taken, spirals into something very bad.
But then, do you think people choose to stay in depression?
Okay, I think I don't want to kind of blanket or spread a generalized. People are different, and people react to situations differently. Okay, yeah, there are some people that would want to probably exploit the situation just because they are looking for attention. And
But that's a day off.
Hmm?
But that's a day off. So when you're depressed, people get to be ignored and just get to themselves. So maybe you can pray on the situation and just be like, okay, I'm going to get attention. People are going to feel for me, and people are going to do what I'm trying to do. But then there's some people who genuinely can't pull themselves out of situations. Like, okay, they just lost a parent. There's someone that a week later will go about it like life is normal, we move on. But then there's some people that will probably keep crying, maybe for 6 months. And then you know how you said society isn't really big on promoting. Okay, yes, people will be like, if you're depressed, there's this depression line, if you're this, you're that. But then if someone comes to you and tells you, oh, I'm depressed about this, there's this way society is like, oh no, you'll be fine, just brush it off, or you're just looking for attention, or just be strong, just move on. But then not everybody can brush it off, not everybody can move on.
Yeah, you see, the thing is this, then I have to mention that sometimes depression can also be expressed by being overexcited. Overexcited.
How can you be depressed and be all over the place?
Let me say something. I don't know if have you seen people You see them excited, you see them going to club, partying, next thing they take their life.
Yes, that's like a way to. You're trying
It's
to.
called coping mechanism.
Yes, it's like a coping mechanism. You don't want to think about it. Like you're trying to forget about it, and then like people will be like, this person just go through this, and then they're just all over the place.
Exactly. You see this mental health thing. It's actually extreme spectrum. See that the person is extremely having mood swing or extremely excited. It's good to have a balance. Depressed people, most times people don't know. Sometimes it doesn't really show. Oh, this person is depressed. Sometimes you see the person acts normal, but there are signs of this depression. You see a normal person, the person is living normal. You know this person is probably an introvert. If someone's an introverted person, all of a sudden you see the person being hyper. You see the person doing things. Okay, this person is now acting differently. Okay, if you dig deep, if you dig deeper, find out that this guy or this person is trying to cope with something. We don't know what it is, but it's just a coping mechanism. So most times depression does not express all the time as somebody who is moody, who is gloomy. Sometimes it's exactly. So different people have different ways to express it.
I feel like on that one, that's where the part comes in. People say that if I meet someone and they express their depression in a hyper way and I do not know the person, I wouldn't know. But then you leave the ball to the people that are close to the person. If you're really close to someone and you see that behavior patterns change and everything, you could try to talk, but then you should try to talk to people and try to find out and help a friend out, because sometimes people don't even express themselves. People don't say, oh, I'm going through this, until you actually ask them go deep into
the problem here. I think the people that suffers more from depression are men, for the obvious reasons. You know why?
Yes, that's true.
Because most times there is this stigma attached to people having mental health issues, especially depression. Now, it's okay for ladies, a woman to cry. It's okay for a woman to express their feelings. It's okay for a woman to come on TikTok and say a lot of things. She's sad. This guy jilted me, men and this and that and that, and she will be pacified. But if a dude comes out and says those things, he's being shamed, he's being ridiculed, he's being called small, whatever, energy. Yes. So most of the times, men, they suffer the brunt of depression because they don't come out to express their feelings. They don't come out to say the way they feel because they have there's this stigma attached to them that they are going to be ashamed, they are going to be ridiculed, they are going to be humiliated. So most of the times, men, they don't express it. You make mention of you leave it to people who are close to them. Most of the people who are close to them, especially if their wives or probably people around them. But most of the time, men, they are being seen as the rock. They ask, and sometimes I think emphasis. I think people should study more on this. People should look into this more deeper because most of the time when men try to express themselves, especially women should also be they should be aware of this. Most times they fear. There's this fear that their women want to respect them. Their women will lose attraction. That's not especially exactly. That's not entirely true, but that is what it appears to be.
It's just a stigma.
It's a stigma.
But then okay, fine, fair enough. You don't want to deal with the female, right? You know how when as females, we go to our friends and tell them, oh, friend, I'm going through this, that. Your female friends they'll comfort you. They'll say things that will make you feel better. But then I have a question to the men. If you go to your friend and tell them that they're genuinely going through something, what is their reaction to it?
Okay, men are very blunt.
Exactly, but that's not always necessary because someone actually wants to be comforted sometimes, and sometimes they'll be like, oh, you'll be fine, or just be strong, or just move on, or just There's not really much of a comforting part to like.
Another thing is the ego.
Yeah, there's that thing
See,
as
men
well.
have this ego, so most of the times we don't going to say it out. It's not. It's. I think it's biological
But then that one leads
and
to depression
society.
and mental health.
Yeah, that's
Mental
why.
health,
Yeah,
right?
it's unfortunately that's true. Men are 8 times more likely to commit suicide.
Exactly, like the
than women.
suicide rate is like men are
It's
here and like
skyrocketing.
women are
Yeah,
right here.
it's skyrocketing because of this issue. They don't have the you know they don't have the desire to come out because they feel that their ego is going to be bruised, so they keep it in. They close their mouth.
Well, as much as I would want to say, you people should talk to someone.
Yeah, they should.
I know
There
that
should be a
deep
courage to
down,
talk
I
more.
know that deep down, with their society, they'll talk to someone, they'll regret it, and they'll go back to their shell. So I feel like society should be fixed on that one because
Yeah, actually, I think a lot of work needs to be done, especially where we come from. I mean, the
in
African
Africa,
yeah.
exactly in Africa, they don't take emotions
Yes.
serious.
The Western society, they are doing everything possible to fix this. There are a lot of programs. There's what we call the cognitive behavioral therapy that people who are depressed will go to in order to improve that. You have psychotherapy. You have a lot of these programs, a lot of these welfare groups where people are being developed, where people are being encouraged to speak more. There are campaign organizations on the media that have been they've been out there campaigning and telling men to speak out. It's okay for a man to speak out. It's okay for a man to be vulnerable. Okay, to have access to it. Okay. I think that's something that we should take back to our roots where we come from. That we should.
It's true, because the men give two different examples. A child growing up in an African home, when they tell their parents, "Oh, I'm going through something," oh my god, not many African parents would really take that seriously. Like they don't. Most African parents don't really take communicating emotions or expressing yourself seriously. Usually, if you're sometimes even if you find yourself crying in an African home, they'll beat you to give you a reason to cry. Like, I don't really understand that concept. Why you cry? I'll give you something to cry about. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm just sad. Like, you get.
Yeah.
But then in Europe, I'll give an example of something that recently happened. So the time where there was this accident and there was no water in the Mississippi or this European country takes mental health so seriously. They had therapists going out to check on people and say, "Oh, if you need like therapy for this water situation, you can call this like Africa because you don't have water. We'll give you a therapist." Okay. Anyways, let me not go much on that part. Let me move on. So, do you think that depression, if not like taken care of, can lead to like schizophrenia?
Yes. There are studies to show for it. There are studies to show that depression, if left unchecked, could lead to graduate to other forms of illnesses. It could graduate to psychosis, which is also schizophrenia is also a form of psychosis. It could lead to cardiovascular diseases. It could lead to high blood pressure. So, there has been studies. It has been proven that depression this could be a factor, a risk factor to developing other illnesses. Yes, schizophrenia is even worse.
Yeah, it's like the end game, the last.
Yeah, it's very serious. So that's why people with depression, if you know anybody with depression, effort should be done to make sure that they are being taken out of that box.
The box that's
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
What advice, like how can you advise someone who's going through something, like who's going through a hard time to not get depressed? Like how do you help them handle depression and mental illness? How do you help someone who's in that box? Because people are different. There's some people that don't want to talk about it, there's some people that get violent, there's some people that isolate themselves, there's some people that actively push you away. Like how do you help that person?
First, it's just the understanding that it's not the end of the world. I mean, there are people worse than you. Okay, what is it? There are people, somebody is depressed because they don't have the you don't have
Tell me to cut you short on that same part. You see what I'm trying to say? It's not the end of the world. There are people worse than you. I get it that there are people that are worse than me, but it is me now going through it. Like, I'm feeling bad about what I'm going through. It's like someone telling you that you're crying. I cried today because I haven't eaten for a week, and then someone comes to tell me, why are you even crying? You know that people that are starving in Somalia. Like, what do the people in Somalia have to do with me who hasn't eaten for a week? Like, I'm equally like, I feel like it should start with validating how they feel first. Like, make them understand that you get what they're feeling instead of sidelining their emotions.
That's where gratitude comes in.
But then someone who's depressed can feel
Yeah.
grateful.
Gratitude.
Okay, I've just lost myself. How do you feel being grateful about that?
You see, the thing is this, listen. No matter what you're passing through, there's someone somewhere that's doing something, you're going through something worse than you. Okay, someone said something, I think I read it as an article. The guy was saying, I was crying that I had no shoes, and I saw someone who has no. You see, there's somebody or there's someone somewhere who has been through that, been through that, the person has come out of it, and the person is kicking that ass. Do you understand? The person is moving on, the person is dealing with it, the person is doing something with their lives. That's number one, is to understand. The understanding that's not the end of the world. Number two, gratitude. Gratitude is very, very important. Okay, fine. There is this, sorry to say all that, and I say all these things, there are articles and there are a lot of research on this. I don't know if you've read, have you come across the secret law of attraction, the secret law of gratitude? Yes. And it's actually a research that has also been proven that once you're feeling depressed, once you're feeling bad about something, find something that you should be grateful for. Find something, it could be just anything, it could just be the fact that you're eating, you've eaten something, the fact that you are alive, the fact that you are hopeful for something, the fact that you are in a different country, the fact that you have the opportunity to meet people from different countries, the fact that you have the opportunity to interact with other people, the fact that you have friends, the fact that you have a family that loves you. Do you understand? It's an act of just have something to be
So
grateful
you're going
for.
through something, you try to
Look for something positive to be grateful for. Try this. Just try this. In your, I think the viewers can also try this. Now, I have something to say. Just sit in your room, okay? Sit, just, try as much as possible to weigh off sounds and noises. Sit on your own. Think of something bad that happened in the past. Something bad.
something bad did you need to get back from?
Just dwell on that situation. Just dwell on it for probably 2 minutes. Your mood will change.
How? Why?
Just try this. Sit down, think of something bad. Maybe just say loss of parents or something. Maybe something that happened in the past. Something very hard, and just dwell on it for some time. Immediately your mood will switch. You won't be just angry, very angry. Maybe somebody annoyed you.
I'd like to try that.
Try it. It's just a research. Try it. You see your mood will change. You're going to get angry somehow. Maybe after some time, if you dwell on that long enough, you start projecting it on people around you.
Yes,
It happens. That's just a research. Now, if you want to switch it up, think of something good, something memorable that happened in the past. Dwell on it. Dwell on it for like 2, 3, 4 minutes. Your mood is going to change. You are going to switch up. Your day will lighten up. Try it. Try it.
you should try it.
Just try it.
You heard? You should try it. I feel like I'm also going to try it. Quite frankly, I am definitely going
Yeah, just try this. You see, the thing is this. There are people out there. Yeah, there are people that have joy.
Yes, but they're still not happy.
They're still not happy.
They're
Why?
still not happy.
That is to show that the fact that you have everything, you can still
So
be
you're
depressed.
saying that
Why are they depressed?
people, is it true that like depressed people are materialistic? Like they still look for things to try to cover a void? Like is that true?
No, I
Like,
wouldn't say that depressed people are materialistic.
it can lead to materialism.
It depends on the situation, it depends on the person, it depends on the, I wouldn't really, make a blanket situation about everyone that's having depression. Oh, if someone is depressed, the person is actually.
Yes, but then sometimes you know how you say people do depression differently. So
Although,
maybe if I'm depressed, what if when I'm depressed or I'm feeling sad, I go to look for nice food to eat, or I go and buy something like retail therapy or something like that.
Although materialistic people could be depressed.
Right.
Now that doesn't mean that depressed people are materialistic.
Or okay, can it have an element to make you
I think materialism or materialistic it comes first before depression, because materialistic people they become when they are materialistic, there are some things they crave that they don't have, and they become depressed because they don't have it. Now it's different from somebody who is just depressed, and maybe the reason why they are depressed is not because they are materialistic. It could be something, could be a different issue entirely.
So like overachievers could be actually depressed.
Exactly. Now, we I think few days ago, the Twitch boss committed suicide, killed self-delete. We just say self-delete. Okay, it's a very this is somebody that is a multi-million. He's making it, he's doing it, he's killing it out there, and he has a family, beautiful wife, wonderful kids. Everything is going on well. Okay, and you can just sit and you could just sit and imagine why would somebody who has it seems that he has it all, and end up killing themselves.
That has been happening a lot, because there's this South African artist, I think his name is Ricky. He has this influence, a very great influence on society. He looks like he has it all figured out. Like, he looks like he literally motivates people, he encourages people, he has charity and everything. And then one day they just find him hanging in his apartment and has it like a sad note there. I agree.
That's why I'm saying that you see, people can achieve a lot, they have a lot, but they are still sad, they are still bitter. Why? Because there is a lingering issue that they are putting in control, focusing their entire energy on. You see, let me give an example. There's a man that has everything. Okay, he has cars, he has a lot of things, everything working for him. But there's an issue. He has a problem with the wife. Okay, he feels the wife doesn't respect him, doesn't honor him, he doesn't. And there are people when he walks out of his house, when he goes to his office, to his home or to gatherings, he's being respected, he's honored. But to him, that is not important. The fact that somebody at home is not getting that same vibe from the person at home. So he puts all his energy.
Try to make
exactly. Now,
get that.
When you see this person in public, you're like, wow, this is a G, this is a top G, he's making it, he's killing it. But deep down, he's not happy, because he doesn't focus on what people see. He's focusing on that issue back at home. And the thing, by the time you see the person turning out to something different because of what you don't see on surface. Yeah.
This video has been very interesting. I feel like I want to have part 2, part 3, part 4, because I haven't even covered everything I want to cover. Like, seriously, I'm enjoying this conversation.
Yeah.
And I feel like I think we need to do it again. But before we go, I want to ask you one question. I'm aware that you are the former president of the Nigerian Students Association. How did you balance your mental health and school and dealing with just being the leader? You know, when you're like the leader, everyone is on you, everyone is on doing that when you're like everything going on, it's you in charge of everybody. How did you balance your mental health and school in that way?
Oh, that's a very difficult one. You just put me on the spot, pa.
But you've been on the spot.
Okay. That's not what it is. Anyway, the thing is, it's just like our daily life, just like our personal life. Okay, you meet people. Sometimes you meet difficult people. Sometimes you meet likable people. So you just being able to know how to deal with people. one of the fundamental aspects of being successful in life is knowing how to network with people. There are people you don't like, you still have to work with them. You have to work with them, and you don't always have to work with people you like. You still have to meet people you don't like. And you being able to navigate and work with everybody and find a common ground, that is what makes us different. That is what sets us apart from the rest or from the crowd. You being able to navigate all these differences and move on and create a common ground. Yeah. That's the way it is, and with God on your side, I believe that everything is.
Did you want to give up at the point? Like, you said, I'm not doing this anymore. I didn't tell anybody I'm not doing this anymore.
I mean, it's a natural thing. At some point, even at some point in our life, at some point, there are some things that will happen to you. You want to end it or you want to give up, but there is also you still have to have what we call backbone. Okay, you need to be solid. You need to know that, look, what makes you different? What makes you stand out? Why are you in this position? Why are you doing this? Are you doing it because you want to vibe? You want to just enjoy yourself? You're doing it because you're responsible. Because you are responsible for other people. People look up to you. So if you mess up, the people that are looking up to you, you have shattered their hope. So you need to be strong for yourself and also for them.
Wow. I can just say wow. This has been an amazing video. Thank you very much.
You know you've been a wonderful host too.
Thank you very much. This has been an amazing video. I enjoyed every part of it. Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate you being here. I am confident this is not the last time I'm seeing you here. I am very confident this is not the last time I'll be seeing you. Please like, subscribe, and share our video, and tell their friends to come and watch our video. But yeah, before it goes, would you like to say something?
I want you to keep supporting Indaba.
Indaba
TV. Indaba TV. Indaba TV. Indaba TV. Oh, if you don't subscribe to this, you're on a long thing. Long thing.
Alright, thank you very much. See you guys later. Bye bye.